Jack me into the interactive multimedia worldwide virtual cyber data highway of tomorrow today! Welcome to Janus VR. If you're not familiar, it's basically Second Life with a lot less virtual dog dicks and general furry depravity. It's also similar to Worlds.com, which is like a 1997 precursor to Second Life. If you haven't seen Vinny's exploration of worlds over on Vinesauce, you should stop watching this shitty video and go watch that one instead. What are you doing? But if you're going to stay and watch, this is sort of a virtual world 3D internet kind of thing where anybody can make content, and it's actually exceedingly easy because everything's XML based. You could technically make a room just using a text editor, and it's a ghost town now, much like Worlds.com. It doesn't deserve to be. It's much better than Second Life, which is still going strong somehow. But people flocked to it when it was new, and then they made all this creative stuff, and then they fucked off and left it empty. That's not really a concern for me because it means there's all this interesting, creepy, abandoned stuff to explore, like a digital time capsule of what was cool at the time that all these different rooms were made. And a lot of it's, at least in this area, is recreations of 8 and 16-bit console games. For example, I don't get to choose which one's the pointer. They changed so much. I used to like this a lot more. Virtual Boy Mario Tennis. Everybody's favorite. Game of the year all years. You used to be able to actually play it, but they changed the controls so much. This is nostalgic for me. I actually had a Virtual Boy. I was a whore for VR back then, even to the point of buying and enjoying my Virtual Boy. There were some good games on it. There was Virtual Wario Land, which was really a strange choice for the platform, given that it's a 2D platformer. There was Red Alarm. And really, only Red Alarm delivered on the promise of the Virtual Boy because it was the only real-time 3D game that it had, if I remember right. And it wasn't even filled polygons. It was like wireframe vectors because that's all it could do at a decent frame rate. But it was kind of okay because depth perception let you figure out what you were looking at, even though it was wireframe, more easily than if it had been, for example, untextured polygons like what we're looking at right now. Janus is basically just a bunch of interesting little virtual spaces like this one for you to freely explore. And I kind of love that. I'm kind of all about that. There needs to be more to do if you want to keep people using it, is the problem. There's such advanced scripting available in Janus that you can recreate entire games, playable games. Most people don't bother with that, however. Most of the time it's just static worlds like this. I can fly now. Don't ask how. It's a miracle. It's the Mega Man title screen. If the 8-year-old in you ever thought, Mega Man's awesome, but I wish I could inhabit it virtually, now you can. VR is going to make a lot of sort of fanboy, nostalgic fantasies come true in the coming years. If you can think of an impossible, fictitious world that you would like to inhabit virtually that you always wished you could step inside of back in the day, but you couldn't because of technological limitations, VR as a technology is going to make that possible in every which way. If there's a cartoon and you want to step inside the cartoon world, guaranteed there's going to be a virtual reality version of it. If there's a TV show like Friends or like Seinfeld, somebody already recreated the apartments from those TV shows in VR. There's just not really anything to do is the problem. Except explore. If you like exploration, you're fucking set. For one of these 3D internet programs to take off, it kind of has to be mixed with an MMO. MMOs stick around because they're games. There's a very clearly defined goal, and there are rewards for playing it and getting good at it. There's none of that here. There we go. You kind of have to mix the two somehow. Like, have an MMO that has fights and has leveling and all that stuff, but also has free build spaces where players can create whatever they want to. I think that's the only way you'll ever have the metaverse. Although that's basically what Minecraft is, isn't it? It's a game, and it has ever since the Ender Dragon was added, it has clearly defined goals. But you can also build whatever you want to. Maybe that's why it took off and it was so popular, because there was always an appetite for something like this, where you could build anything you could imagine. But it also needed to be a game, otherwise, after you've built it, it's like, okay, I'm done, and you never play it again. May as well keep flying. There's a bunch of these I need to be able to fly in. Hold on, touch controllers are glitching. Yeah, that's the other problem with any sort of virtual internet 3D kind of thing. If you're streaming all the content like a website from elsewhere, then you're going to have a lot of really janky moments, which are a bad thing to have in VR because your basic motor controls get thrown off. Oh, VVV, if you've ever played VVVVV. R, of course there's an R in the end. 3D version of VVVVV. Which I can go outside of. Yay! I wonder what's at the end. I don't know why, but... No, I do know why. My favorite Sims are all recreations of old 8-bit and 16-bit games because when those were coming out and were the state of the art, I would often think, I can't wait for sci-fi to come true and VR to get here so that I can explore these exact worlds. Of course, I didn't anticipate that by then graphics would not simply be like NES games, but in 3D. They would have improved to the point of photorealism. But that's what I wanted. I wanted to play my NES games, but somehow step through the screen to get inside of the NES game and to explore that specific world. And I still want that. There's still an appetite for that, I think. Why is everything red? I recognize some of these references. Heh. Yeah, something like Minecraft with more creative freedom. Like everybody trying to make a quick buck copied Minecraft when it was new and made their own clone of it. Nobody ever thought to take it further for some reason. They just completely ripped it off and made the exact same thing a second time. Isn't this aesthetic? This is that 1990s VRML look that I keep raving about. This is what we were shown on like glimpses of the future television programs in the 1990s. They're like, this is what VR will look like, and it does. And it does. Here we are. I just want to do more than look around is the problem. Can't close it yet. It's still frozen. Here we go. Oh, this is fucking sweet. You're gonna love this. This is more of the Game Boy shit. I need gravity for this. Reminds me of original Pokemon. Oh, he's a Redditor. Are these just recent visitors? I can't tell. Added ghost. Ooh, I've never seen the ghosts. I don't think this has actually been updated for a very long time. Oh, what's up there? I've never been up there, I don't think. Oh, that's a cheat sheet. It's a way to get around quickly. Well, this is going to be a short video anyway. At least I hope so. Space station? I don't think I've ever been there. And it crashed, which is not really surprising. I mean, I want to say it's because Janus is new. It's not. It's several years old at this point. But in a program like Janus, where you can do so much if you're willing to put time in, it's just so flexible, it's kind of not surprising that it's going to fuck up and shit the bed sometimes. I mean, who doesn't shit the bed sometimes just for funsies? No one can. Okay. Is there anything over here? I don't remember. I'm not going back through that door again because I know it's just going to crash the fucking game. Can I go down? Yes, I can. I think I have to go the long... I think I have to. I have to go the long way. Or it's going to crash me back out again. Monorail, monorail! Is there a chance the track could bend? Not on your life, my Hindu friend. Actually, there's moving textures outside, too. I guess this is based on a game that this guy's making. Like, you can see it down here. And it's going to be in a... I don't know if it ever came out, but it's in a Game Boy style indie title. And he just used all the assets he made for this game and applied them as texture maps to the geometry in these environments in order to create this Game Boy style 3D world. And there's no floor textures because, of course, he didn't make any. It's a 2D game. But he does have some wall textures applied. This is fucking cozy, though, I have to admit. I'll have to find out if the game ever came out. How the hell does this work? There's the train track, and then it just goes straight down. It goes straight down, and then it continues out of here. I don't think trains work that way. I think he may have been thinking of elevators and be a very confused person. There's another train. What the fuck is that shit? Why is that there? No, that's not a portal. This is dope, though. I love exploring these. If you don't love exploring weird virtual ruins, then this is not for you. But if you do, then this is the fucking jackpot. If you followed those old digital archaeology threads on V about worlds.com back when it was just starting to explode in popularity among Let's Players, this is like the jackpot for that kind of thing. Especially given the fact that it works with all of the major head-mounted displays. You can even use this on Steam VR with like OS VR and shit like that. If you have a VR headset, this will work with it, unless it's a phone-based one. I should have. Oh, fuck. Oh, no, the space station again. Don't fuck up. Don't you fuck up. Don't you fuck up on me. Oh, it actually worked. Is that way it crashed last time? It caused the sensor to fucking disappear from the computer. It said it couldn't find my sensor. Magical mysteries. Secrets untold all throughout history. Let me turn on flying. What's up here? This is awesome. I'm like Superman. I need a fan blowing in my face. Yes, I'm 12. Why do you ask? There better not be a turd in here. There better. Oh, there's a turd in here. There actually is. I didn't think there would be. I was just fucking around. Oh. Well, for a good time. I don't know what that means when there's a fucking turd here. I don't think. What do you think I'm into? This has the potential to be a very saucy and comedic misunderstanding. $1.50 for a soda. Why don't you go fuck yourself? I believe I came from there, North Point. I can't be the only one who does this. Come on. And you're supposed to hop up these platforms, but I'm not fucking doing that. There's no jump button on the touch controllers either. Not in this game. Oh, I recognize that spaceship from some Chinese cartoon. Okay, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Something or other. And then the platforms get fucked up, so you have to fly. It's kind of like a tutorial level. What happened here? That looks like a vertex got fucked up. I don't think that's supposed to be that way. Remember in Lawnmower Man where they're lying down on that giant motion platform? And like flying on a manta ray shaped like space scooter? Why don't we have that? Why don't we have that yet? I want that. Kickstart that, somebody. That's funny. There's so much cool hidden stuff. I guess that's everything, though. I'm glad we didn't use the warp zone, even if it had worked, because we would have missed out on a lot of cool little secrets. It's all about the journey, isn't it? Whoops. Close. Can I get through there? Do I have to go back? Can I go through here? No, I can't. Maintenance. Oh, that's cool. Wonder if there's any way to get out. I'm like a ghost now. Apartment. I've seen enough. I think I've seen everything this place has to offer at this point. There's no train here, oddly. This is where you think the train would be to link up with those other locations. And thankfully, somebody's turned off the... Here's Gazpacho once more. Let's not forget Gazpacho. It's crucial. He desires you. Gazpacho desires us all in our own way. When no one else loves us, Gazpacho still loves us. That's worth something, isn't it? He'll die for your sins. I mean, he hasn't died yet, but it's only a matter of time. I think that's it for dot matrix. You can see by this point, I think. No, there's more shit. I'm just about tired of it, though. And this is where everybody watches streaming video together. Blah. Watch together. Cool cinema. Credits. Adventure gallery. What's this? Something's loading. This might be good. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, somebody put some real effort into this. There's a pool down here and everything. This is fucking tight. I like this. Wonder where this is. Is this a place I can go? No, it's just a picture. I wonder where in Janus VR I can find this environment, though. This looks really tempting and cool. I'm gonna have to set out on a quest, try to find that now. Credits. Okay. I like that. That's cute. We should go see Spyduck stuff. Spyduck has a lot of cool stuff in Janus. I'm gonna... what haven't I seen? What haven't I seen? Oh, this thing. I don't think I've been here yet. Have I? With the glitched sky? And the soundtrack is from Near, I want to say. I can always cut this out later if I've already been here. It's based on NES Corruptions, as you can tell. You know what I'd like to see? A recreation of Metroid 1 in VR. Monolith Forest. I want to say I've been here. I don't remember it though. Oh yeah, this place. This is creepy. It wouldn't have been creepy except that it has its own music. Which will start as soon as it finishes loading. Here it goes. Strange, man. What even? This reminds me of Adventure for the Atari 2600, which would also make a really cool Janus build. Somebody ought to do that if they haven't already had the idea. Oh, procedural world. That sounds like a waste of time. I'm not going to go in there. And I accidentally went in there because of the controls. I can't move my touch controller, so I can't close the portal. Now the pointer's this one. So I have to fucking get this one to unfreeze. There we go. These controls really fucking blow, I'm sorry to say. I believe that's everything. There's one thing we haven't seen, but I can get to it more easily from here. This is what I meant when I said that people have recreated entire games within Janus. You're the frog, you have to fucking get across the road. People don't stop for frogs anymore. I can't jump, so it's going to be kind of tough. But I can fly. Nope, I can't, because it didn't register the key press, because the fucking controls are affected by lag. There we go. I'm cheating, I'm cheating, I'm cheating, I'm cheating, I'm cheating. Whoa. Does this give me any points? It didn't register the key press again. There we go. This is really adversely impacted by the latency. What is this? What are we inside of? Is this meant to be the arcade screen? Oh, I see. Okay. It's a tabletop. It's the cocktail table version of the game. Whoa, whoa. Mind blown. He used to have these. I don't know if you've ever seen one in person. That's that. That's just basically just a proof of concept. Nobody else has ever taken it that far. I think that the recent version of Janus broke the scripting that needs in order to work properly anyways. Isn't this... I think this is Spyduck's shit. Yeah, this is Spyduck's. He makes some of the best stuff in this this game, I want to say. It's not really a game. Ooh, this is the bedroom from Serial Experiments Lane, which I never finished watching. Look at this. This is the kind of stuff you can create in this game if you care enough. And see the houses out there? It's lost tracking again. It's only tracking orientation. Here it is. Wait. It's doing it. Fuck. There we go. There we go. See those houses? You can actually go outside there through a different portal. My hand's down here now. This is really... oh, I've already been here. Have I been here? It's more of the same, isn't it? Lovely. Lovely. Just what I want to hear for 11 hours. Let's try this one. Church of Ronald McDonald. Yep, it's a McDonald's church. With no textures up here. Probably for the best. Probably for the best. Oh, whoa, what the fuck? Where am I now? Where am I now? I'm in some kind of mall. Still loading. What is this place? Oh, it's 8chan's. 8chan made a mall, apparently. Oh, I know that guy. He's got an avatar shop here? Shit. Oh, I can't go in there and look at that. That's an NSFW. Not a lot of people moved into here. A couple people moved in, and then that was the end of it. Nothing of value was lost. Oh, a default room. I can't close it yet. My controllers are frozen. I can tilt them. It's tracking tilt still. But not tracking motion. There we go. I don't know why it does that. Conceptually, a pretty cool little place. But nobody ever... Very few people actually moved into it, apparently. Sadek is a cool guy, though. He's made a lot of the best stuff on this... Whatever you want to call this. Pokemon church. More churches. And it actually loads quickly if you don't include any textures. There's a good argument for not doing that. Virtual Boy Waterworld. Everybody's favorite game. Game of the year. All years. I don't remember the boat looking like this, but what the fuck do I know? Nice outrun sunset. Oh, okay, okay. Why is this allowed? Why is this allowed? I'm not gonna stand for this. This is some fucked up shit. Oh, this is really cool and pretty. I can't lose track of that portal though, because I don't want to get lost in these woods forever. Oh, it doesn't go that far. Okay. The one thing I said not to do, I've already done, haven't I? Oh, wait, it's over there. Okay. It's not affected by fog. That's a little bit suspicious. What is this? I haven't seen this. Okay. Okay, so this is... Some effort went into this. Oh, this is the original Janus Oasis.
Welcome to Janus VR. I love you.
Okay. I'll take that. What is this person over here? Is this another person? Can you see me? Or are you an NPC? Hello? Are you an NPC? Hmm. Looks kind of like a obsolete mall architecturally. And I'm not getting good performance in here. I recognize all this. Oh, this... If I'd come here, it would have been a lot easier to get to the dot matrix. Mushroom Land no longer exists. Dark Village is cool. This is basically just the village from Resident Evil 4 ripped off the game disc and then converted in a 3D modeling program, I want to say, and then put it into Janus. There's really no limit to what you can do in the way of taking content out of games and putting it into Janus. Remember this? Remember this? I remember. I remember this. The nice thing is that when you do that, you don't have to texture anything. It all comes pre-textured, even though the textures look a little bit poop. Because it's for a 2002 console. And the lighting does not work. This is where the first Ganados turns around and attacks you, and you have to shoot him, and then you flee up the stairs and jump out of the window. They've got the sound nailed. They've got the audio ambience down pat. This was kind of a racist game, though. It depicted Eastern Europeans in a very unflattering light. Only about like half of Eastern Europeans actually attack you on site and try to eat your flesh. What was up here in the original game? I don't remember. Lots of cool sights to be seen, though. I'm not bothering with walking anymore because gravity just snags me on stuff. I didn't know this riveting detail was polygonal in the original one. I thought that was just in the texture. No, I came through here. I want to go see more of Spyduck's shit. Let me control this, please. There we go. Nope, 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 nope. None of these. There's a Minecraft clone. Probably that works pretty well. Oh, this is cool. As soon as it loads. Another place with a really interesting atmosphere to it. If you'll notice, it has footstep sounds. I can't point to it yet. There we go. And it's grassy, and even when I'm standing on wood, that's a little bit odd, but okay. This is really detailed. Somebody did a good job of making this area. I'm getting vibes from the loft level in a large quantity of mushrooms, which I did a playthrough of. That sort of fort that you ride the elevator up into, and there's a giant worm. It had a lot of Asian themed stuff there as well, which was sort of only vaguely recognizable as Asian themed. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. There we go. Huh. Interesting. This is really lovely. A lot of work evidently went into modeling all this. This is spooky though. I'm getting a little bit spooked. Hold me close, and never let me go, and I'll be forever yours. I wonder what this came from, or if it was really modeled and textured just for Janus. That would be something, wouldn't it? It is so well made, it's insane. I almost want to say it's just shame if that was made just for Janus, because so few people will ever see it. It's just a stunning recommendation for content creation on this platform, isn't it? Let's see. Psyduck's Realms. This is what I wanted to see more of. That looks cool too. I may have to come back and Tamigi as well. I've been here before. I just didn't get to check everything out. Let's see, been there. This is outside of the room from Serial Experiments Lane. This is what's outside of the window. You can see her room is in here. And yet I'm looking out the window into the street somehow through like fucked up Escher geometry. And there's cool texture effects. I don't know how they did this in Janus. The new shaders must be more flexible than I thought. That's pretty cool, I think. I hope you agree. If you don't, I'm going to unfriend you. Kensington. What is Kensington? Do I even want to check this out? Yes, I do. Yes, I do want to check this out. Is this from something? Is this also from Lane? I didn't watch far enough in. Oh, yes, it is. This is from... You can see in the pictures. It's a really loving recreation of a fucking anime environment. Where does this painting go to? Oh, I see. Lavender Town, been there. Coliseum, not been there. This looks promising, indeed. Aesthetic. Oh, it's an airship. No, don't leave me. Come back. And it's just an endless expanse. Very well. What is that feeling? A lot of people talk about how early 3D games had that empty, barren, spooky feeling. This game is made out of that. This is entirely that weird virtual feeling. It takes a lot of work to prevent that. You have to put a lot into making an environment feel lived in. And they've lost tracking. They've lost track. There we go. Left one has tracking. There's lost tracking again. Lane's room. I have been there. I believe I went to Grid City at some point. I can pop in there as well if I haven't. I need to have my tracking back in order to public whiteboard. Portalize. Scroll. Click. Oh, I can draw. Poorly. What is this even? There's leaves. Why are there leaves inside? What is this from? I'm missing so many references. I need to consume more popular culture, apparently. And I can't. That's not where my touch controller is. This is really frustrating. I wonder what would happen if I were to scan these, where they would lead me. Go to Grid City again. There's nothing in there. There's just a train with a one car apparently. It's not much of a train. It's more of a sideways elevator. This really does feel like a 3D internet. In good and bad ways. Nothing. Nothing. Let me get back. And still can't control my touch controllers. It's a little bit frustrating. I have to use them as pointers. Let's see if there's more I haven't seen yet. Okay. Permanently lost tracking on these. It's not coming back. It still is oh wait, nope, there it is. Speak of the devil. As soon as I say something like that, of course it fucking starts working again just to make a fool out of me. Under club. I don't like the look of this. This is some furry shit, isn't it? This is some fucking furry shit, isn't it? Uh-oh. I like that carpet. And arcade machines. Polybius. Of course there would be Polybius here. Of course. Of course. I called it. Even here. Even in Janus, you can't get away from this shit. I can't move my touch controller, so I can't close that. I have to do this. And I still can't move them. I have to use them as pointers. If this puts you off from trying this, it probably should. This is a really profoundly broken interface. I can't close that because I can't move my hands. Except for briefly, now and then, inexplicably. There's some place called Net Culture that I remember liking very much. Nope. Oh, Grand Theft Auto. Hell, because I can't close portals behind me and I can't do that because the touch controllers won't move. Except randomly. Randomly, they'll see I can do it now. This one, okay, this one started working. Oh, these bushes are floating and two-dimensional. That's normal. I allow that. Let's try to get a top-down view. This game was originally supposed to be played top-down. Whoa, shit. And I've lost tracking again. Well, this game sure likes to do that. I remember playing the PlayStation version of this and being pretty impressed. I really wish I could close these behind me. I can't, though. I just can't. I should check out this door sometime. That looks potentially cool. If you haven't tried the new Samsung Gear VR motion controller, it's basically like this. Like what I'm doing with my right touch controller. It does not track position in space. It just functions as a Wiimote, as a pointer, as a gyro pointer. So I'm sort of getting the Gear VR experience right now, even though I'm not supposed to be. There's one more place I wanted to show you, and I can't fucking find it. No. 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 I could swear I've been there. Oh, Legend of Zelda. What? Keep getting distracted from what I'm actually looking for. No way these are the original textures either. Stop Dickface. Well, with a name like Dickface, probably he needs to be stopped. I don't think his parents would call him that unless they knew he was destined for evil. And my touch controllers are still frozen in place. I really don't appreciate it. This is cool. Don't get me wrong, but it's not what I was looking for. Also, I could swear there used to be a whole maze down there. There used to be a lot more to this, if I'm remembering right. Anything this way? Nope. Okay. Let's see. Ah. Through here, maybe? Oh, here we go. This is what I wanted to show you. I don't know why it was so hard to get here and why my motion controllers suddenly work again. I'll take this opportunity to close the teleport behind me. Portal. we go. It's loading. Anyways, once again I had to fucking reboot the program in order to get the motion controllers to function, which they do now. And this is not an advertisement for Janus VR. It's probably the opposite by this point. It really is cool. It's worth exploring, but you're not... It's a good thing it's free, and let's just put it that way. Already been there. I think so. Haven't I been here? I think I would remember this. This fucking N64S shit. With Mewtwo at the fountain. You waited for me. Finally, we can consummate our love. I don't know what the flowers are about. This is, fucking vaporwave as shit, isn't it? And somebody lost their cursor down here. I don't even know how that happens. I keep referencing the Mind's Eye videos. I need to come up with a better comparison more people have seen. Isn't that what it just came from? How can that be different? Oh, I see. This guy built a lot of temples and shrines and things. Vape bar. I really don't want to go in there. I'm not going in there. Chapel. I feel like I've seen it. Why do you build so many churches, bro? 2 McDonald's. Judgment Hall. That doesn't sound any better. Yeah, another... That thing. I've already seen this. Net culture. Another chapel. I really want to scan those later and find out. And I really wish I could choose which one of these was the pointer at any given time. Bedroom. Oh, hello. Oh, it's a room. That's... Is this outside? No, that's a 2D image. He's just using Moonside as a skybox. This is cozy. I like this. Launching Vine Sauce. A lot of Vine Sauce fans on here. I'm one of them. I think it is a memory leak. I think that's the real issue. I'm trying to be funny. I'm just so tired. Nightfield. Ooh, I think I've seen this before. Still, though. Something's fucked up with that tree. I don't necessarily disapprove of that, however. Look at these Atari Jaguar-esque graphics. I love it. I like the skybox. More like this. More like this. WIP. That sounds promising. Why don't I go right into the garbage dump? Yeah, on Cinnabar Island. That sounds... What? Virtual Boy? Pokemon? How can that be? How can that be? I don't allow it. Whoa, there's somebody in there. Isn't that... Oh, he was putting QR codes on things. Is that just an NPC? I think that's an NPC. Space Jesus' lair. Everybody knows Space Jesus. Okay, so this dude has a thing for churches and temples. What the fuck? It's like a melted version of stuff that I saw in the dot matrix. What the fuck? Oh, it's a mirror. I don't know, man. I don't know. And this leaves me... Where does this leave me? Hedge maze. And my frame rate has dropped down to single digits. You know, I think that's enough for this time. I'm going to go back here where I can understand what's happening. Those are some of my favorite places. There's a lot more I haven't shown you. I'm going to remember and be like, oh, should I have to fucking make another video? I hope not. I have a knife now for a penis. All my dreams are coming true at once. Why does that stop me? Why can't I go through here? Why can't I go through here? And suddenly I can. I can go through here. This is the beginnings of a Janus RPG, which is exactly what I asked for. But you can't actually complete any quests or do anything like that. I have a knife, though. I can say that for myself. I don't know how to... See, this is the kind of shit you can script if you're patient. Rockin' as advertised. Nearby village. Well, no spell checking in the Middle Ages, so that's accurate. That seems like a precarious place to build a house. I think I'm done. I think I've seen everything I need to see. There's a lot of cool stuff. There's a lot of half-baked shitty stuff. It's just sort of a mishmash of what different people wanted to create, and it is what it is. If you have a VR headset, though, it's free. It's free. Why not spend an hour or two just exploring all the interesting shit people have made? That's the strongest positive recommendation I can give for Janus VR. It really is a mixed bag, just like the internet, that it seeks to be a 3D extension of. That's all for this time. Hit like and subscribe, and never forget that I live inside of your heart. So eat more taquitos because that's what I like to eat. It's my favorite food.